Hello and welcome to Katie's Cooking Show for college students, where we cook things for college students. And I'm your host, Katie. The producer would like me to read this. Goals for the project: to have a comedic spin on a cooking show, to feel like we are not scripted and we are looking at the camera, to have a set that matches what you would see on a cooking show. Why we chose this topic: this is a classic example of taking something that people watch and making fun of it. We watch cooking shows all the time, and there's so much to make fun of. How it fits in with performance studies. Live TV is a mix between acting and being yourself. Performance studies would analyze cooking shows and find tons of examples of performance and how it is influenced by culture and media. Today, our special guest is Chef Rachel.
Thank you.
So, thank you for coming, Chef Rachel. What are we having today?
Today we are cooking brownies out of a box. Super easy. We only have 3 ingredients, eggs, butter, and a little bit of water. But today we are sprucing it up with a little bit of walnuts and pecans, just a little extra something.
Sounds delicious. Okay, Chef Rachel, what's the next step?
So, what we're going to do first is we're just going to follow the instructions on the back of the box. They're labeled very clearly so everyone can do it. But we're going to go step by step today to show you how to do it. First step is to preheat the oven to 325, so we'll do that now. Alright, all set. And then the next step is to grease our glass pan we have here. So you just want to give this a little shake. And then what we're going to do is very far away, we're just going to give it a little spray. And then a little tip I have is just to take a little paper towel and give it a little blot, just to make sure it covers every part of it and you don't have too much of it.
Okay.
So now you have a perfectly nice greased pan ready to go.
Now what?
So next we are going to combine all the ingredients into our large mixing bowl. So the first ingredient we're going to put in is the cake mix, brownie mix. So we just have to open this up.
I got some scissors for you.
Perfect. Should you help me out there? Perfect. And then so we just dump this mix into the bowl.
Oh, that smells good.
Alright, and then so we want to save the box because it has all the instructions, but we can throw this away.
Here, I'll throw it away.
Alright, and so the next ingredient that we're going to put in is our eggs. So right here we have our 2 eggs, and I'll have the professional egg cracker crack our eggs into there.
Well, I hope I live up to that name.
Perfect.
Oh.
Looks good,
It
looks good.
inside.
Okay, perfect. So the next step is to add butter into the mixing bowl. So right here we have our stick of butter, and it calls for as an entire stick of butter, but we have to melt it first. So we're gonna take that to the microwave, melt it for about 30 seconds, give it a little stir. If it's not completely melted, just throw it in there for another 15 seconds or so. So we'll go do that now. Alright, so we're just gonna unwrap this butter and then put it in this little cup right here. It's already pretty melted, so we won't need it in there for too long. There we go. And then we're going to take this over to the microwave and put it in for 30 seconds.
Ooh. 30 seconds is forever.
Alright.
Looks perfect.
Perfect. So next we're just going to pour our melted butter into our mixing bowl, just like that. Alright, so our next step is to add 2 tablespoons of water. So we have our water here in this little cup, And we have a little tablespoon measure, so we'll just take 2 of these. Perfect. All right. So the next step is to stir all the ingredients until moist. It says on here for about 30 seconds. So I'll have Katie stir for exactly 30 seconds and we'll see how it looks.
All right. Gotta get those eggs.
Yeah. Looking good, looking good. And you want to make sure you get all those chunks in there.
It's still pretty chunky.
So it's been 30 seconds, but it's still a little chunky, so we're just going to keep stirring. Alright, so now that our batter is all moist and mixed up, the next step is to put the batter into our pre-greased baking pan. So I will have Katie do that. And we just have to make sure that we get into every corner, and we'll use a spatula afterwards to make sure it's all smooth and ready to go.
You might want to use the
Perfect,
spatula
we
now.
can use the spatula just to get the edges.
Alright, that's good.
I'll just get this last bit here. Make sure we get every bit. Alright, and then I'll have Katie flatten it out and make sure she gets it in every corner. Looking good, looking good. Alright, so the next step is that we're going to put these nuts on. We're going to sprinkle them on top, but first we have to chop them up. But we have to practice safety, so we're going to put on our safety goggles here to chop up the nuts. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to put these nuts in a little food processor here. So just unscrew this. It's a little tough there. There we go, got it. Any college student can figure it out. Alright, so we just put those in there and then we'll lock this back in there.
I don't think so. Well, I hope it doesn't come off. That's why we have goggles.
That's why we have goggles. So we'll just put this in here like this, make sure it's all the way down there. Alright, and then put this on top. And we want to make sure it's all locked in. This isn't down well. Alright,
There we go.
There we go. And it's already all plugged in, so we just have to pulse this little button a couple times. So just to make sure they're nice and sharp. Alright. I think that's looking good. What do you think?
I think that looks good.
Perfect. So just want to unscrew the top. Take the blade off. And then we're only going to sprinkle nuts on half of it because some people don't like nuts. So we'll just make it work. All right. So now that we have our nuts all chopped up, we'll just sprinkle it on half. Perfect, perfect. Looking good. All right.
Is it safe to take our goggles off?
Yeah, we've practiced safety and it's time. Oh. All right. So the next step is to put the brownies in the oven. And it says here to put them in the oven for about 32 to 36 minutes. So we'll just compromise in the middle for about 34 minutes. So we'll go and do that now. There we go. And then we'll set the timer.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so it's been about 34 minutes. We're gonna go check on our brownies to see how they're doing. You wanna make sure that you have an oven mitt on just so you don't burn yourself. Safety first. Oh, they're looking good, they're looking good. All right, let's go show. So these are our finished brownies. They look delicious.
That's all the time we have for now. Thank you, Chef Rachel, and thank you for watching. In our next show, we will be making ramen noodles. Thank you.
Thank you.
The producer wanted me to read this. Oh, my cooking show. Ma! Wait, can you? Oh, yeah.
We will be sprucing it up with a little bit of almonds. These aren't almonds, I mean just sugar. Through each of the